Well, Marco Rubio has been on this, let's say, this flaming streak with this Mahmoud Khalil guy who was, advocating and pushing protests, pro-Hamas protests on college campuses, and well, it's not something that is proper, right? And Secretary of State Rubio humiliates CBS Margaret Brennan, who pleads ignorance as to why Columbia University terrorist Mahmoud Khalil is a terrorist. Why is he a terrorist? Rubio appropriately responds, "You should watch the news." Margaret is another recurring protagonist of my show. I should invite Margaret sometime to have her on my show, because I have mentioned her so many times. I should have Margaret on my show. Let's watch this. He then effectively ends Margaret's career. This is the kind of clips that I like.
Is there any evidence of a link to terrorism, or is it just his point of view?
Yeah, they take over.
You see, I have to see Marco Rubio's face. Okay, I'm going to look at his eyes right now. This is very quick. Slow motion. He has just... what are his links to terrorism? We're going to be talking about the guy right now. But look at Marco Rubio's facial expression, how it changes. He opens his eyes and what? You're really asking me that? As in, no, you couldn't be asking me what are the terrorist ties of this guy who is openly and brazenly pro-Hamas.
Yeah, they take over. I mean, you should watch the news. These guys take over entire buildings.
They
vandalize colleges.
Intensely.
They shut down
I'm
colleges.
asking about the specific justification for the revocation of his visa.
This is the kind of stuff and kind of questions. And when you say, hey, they have committed this and this and shit. No, but don't tell me that. I want specifics. You give them specifics, and then no, don't tell me that. I'm asking you for the specifics. That is another manipulation tactic. That's something that's the never-ending questioning loop. That is a thing as well. Margaret, that doesn't work with in some settings.
Was there any evidence or material support for terrorism?
Was the negotiator negotiating on behalf of people that took over a campus, that vandalized buildings? Negotiating over what? That's a crime in and of itself, that they're involved in being the negotiator, the spokesperson, this, that, the other. We don't want it. We don't need these people in our country. We never should have allowed them in the first place. If he had told us, I'm going over there, and I'm going over there to become the spokesperson and one of the leaders of a movement that's going to turn one of your allegedly elite colleges upside down, people can't even go to school, library buildings being vandalized, we never would have let him in. We never would have let him in to begin with. And now that he's doing it and he's here, he's going to leave, and so are others, and we're going to keep doing it.
Oh, we're gonna keep doing it. This is great. This is the moment Hamas supported Mahmoud Khalil was taken into ICE custody. I think I don't have this clip. It doesn't matter. But he said, Marco Rubio made sure to bring the point home in this tweet. Very simple. It's very simple. President Trump isn't Biden, or the Autopan for that matter. If you're coming to U.S. to join pro-terror riots, we will deny you a visa. And if you do that after lying your way into our country, we will cancel your visa and send you home. All right. And of course, there's so many people complaining about this. Well, Viral News New York City is not really complaining. He was sharing some clips. I'm going to play those clips. This is the guy. He was organizing pro-Hamas manifestations and protests. You could say that though it's I don't know how much trouble was he causing. He was disrupting the lives of others. So you know that you can have a protest and not be a cognitively impaired one like the Just Stop Oil people. But no, they have their defenders. Like David Hobb, ICE literally abducted a lawful permanent resident and recent college graduate who has an 8-month pregnant wife. You know that they go full for the victimization of these people. But this is my point of view. Okay, this is my 2 cents. This is my opinion. Again, this is my opinion. I'm all for free speech. You know, if I defend free speech. I want everybody to speak their minds. I want AOC to speak her mind whenever he wants and she can, because That's going to be great. I want Kamala Harris to express herself whenever she wants. I want that free speech for everybody. And this is going to sound like the most hypocritical butt of the century. But you are living in the United States or any other country who has accepted you to stay, right? And you're going to protest. Let me get this straight. You're going to protest defending a bunch of terrorists that want to destroy the very country that you are living in. I mean, you realize how that sounds? But we are fighting for a good cause. Okay, you can go and fight for that cause where the fight is happening. Not disrupt the lives of people who want nothing to do and want to move on with their life. If you disrupt other people's lives who want nothing to do with whatever you're protesting for, then you should be called out. You should be called out. And if you are on a green card, and if you are on a student visa, I don't know what kind of visa would be he in, should be a student visa, then you are, let's say this, how to say this, you are being allowed to be in the country. You should be grateful. It's like the events. You should be grateful. You should be grateful. In the end, you're no different than the cognitively impaired hordes of Just Stop Oil. And if you're on a green card, you should get the with prejudice stamp on your passport and thrown on the next plane out. It's that simple. Fisher King, that is his take. The reason we have all these foreigners in our university campuses is because they come from money and pay full freight. Harvard or Columbia make a lot of money from them, so they take a spot that could go to some lower middle class kid from Kansas who would need assistance and give it to some foreigner. It's messed up, craving on the part of universities and not in line with the American national interest. And if they become protesters, well, that's an own goal. Again, these are the clips. Let me see the description of the clips. This is New York City, Hamas flag in plain sight and kids alongside these terrorist supporters. How is this even allowed? Well, we know it's New York City. But right now, what can we expect? We're gonna play it at double speed. As in, you know what is the most ironic thing? If you try to do this on Saudi Arabia, if you try to do this on Qatar, if you try to do this on the UAE, you will get your ass thrown in jail instantly. Instantly. They can do this in the United States and in the UK and everywhere because they are allowed to. But try to do it in any of the countries that I just mentioned. Try to do it. You won't last not even 15 minutes. And it's not like you're going to be dissolved. No, you're going to jail instantly. Instantly. And then you ask, why can't the Western world do the same? Oh, you need freedom. I've always found, I'm going to tell you, I found out last year that burning the American flag was a demonstration of free speech. I think that people should be thrown in jail. If you're a citizen, I don't care if you're a citizen. If you're a citizen of the United States or are an abroadian, I don't care. If you burn the flag of the United States, you should be thrown in jail. That is offensive. That is offensive to your homeland, to your country. Even if you were born in the United States or you were adopted by the United States, that is offensive. And I find it quite asinine that that is defended under free speech. That is the kind of stuff that I don't understand. You're gonna get wrecked with that attitude, with that all tolerance attitude. You're gonna get 100% wrecked. New video of Mahmoud Khalil leading pro-Hamas rally at Columbia. You can see Khalil wearing a keffiyeh, attacking the person recording the video and giving the middle finger. Such a lovely gentleman, isn't he? Why should we be forced to keep such disrespectful people here? Yeah, should it be necessary? Why? Why would they do that? And at the same time, there was this woman that appeared on the mainstream media, and she was passed as Mahmoud Khalil's wife, and she was not. It was this woman who looked Americanish, but it so happens that she was not his wife. This is his wife. Thank you, Nis Nelly 3. Noor Abdallah, Mahmoud Khalil's wife, not a student at Columbia, marching at the pro-Hamas rally that was organized by her husband. I was told anyone involved would be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law at 11-second mark. And Laura Loomer as well reported this. Mahmoud Khalil's wife confirmed to also be a pro-Hamas jihadi who participated in his jihadi rallies. Now we know why Mahmoud Khalil's wife Noor Abdallah wanted to be kept secret. They didn't want to reveal her identity. She is on video participating in her husband's pro-Hamas activities. Maybe her child should be taken away from her when she gives birth. Mahmoud and his wife are clearly unfit for parenting as they are engaged in pro-Hamas activities on U.S. soil. How is this allowed is my question. Here's a screenshot of Noor at one of the pro-terror rallies. Her employer should be made aware of her participation in these pro-Islamic terror events. Again, the most ironic thing is that try to organize any sort of manifestation like this in any of these countries. I'm gonna find out. I know that Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE, they will throw you in jail for 1 year or something like that. If they find you trying to organize a protest, 1 year of jail for you. Oh, but you're against people's free speech. Again, the problem is the thing with the tolerance. Oh, you have to be tolerant. You have to go for free speech. You have to allow people to express themselves. Yeah, but wait a second. It's like you invite somebody to your home. All right, let's have lunch. You have guests for lunch or for dinner, and your guests begin to insult your wife or your husband or your kids or maybe your family or maybe your father or mother or your dog or your cat or whatever, or criticize your house or whatever. Would you tolerate that? No, it's over. Dinner is over. You are kicked out of my house, never to come back. It's that simple. That's how societies should work, because that's how our houses, our homes should work. If you want to embrace those who want to, well, let's say, harm you, well, that's on you. That is on you. And I'm going to tell you that if you are like this, you're going to pay a hefty price when the time comes. I don't make the rules. I just talk in behalf of common sense. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments.